Peace, love, and light, family, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. Oh my God, you guys, if you hear my stomach growling, please bear with it because I'm starving, but I don't like to eat before doing readings. So, we're just going to get into it. If you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also keep in mind that the roles are interchangeable. Place yourself where you see fit in your story, and everybody else place them where they go, because only you know. For whoever this message is for, your financial situation is being transformed. You are about to step into one of the most abundant chapters in your life. And what I'm picking up is that you are creating this with the steps that you have been recently taking. In the pre-shuffle, we got third eye. Message from the third eye. So I feel like a lot of you are really awakening to your intuition, and you're feeling the, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You're feeling the call. I feel like you're really tapping into your intuition, and you're feeling yourself making different decisions and choices in your life. And it's like you're starting to see the work, right? You're starting to see the areas where you once went wrong. So like certain things are coming up and you're addressing them differently, and it's almost like in the process of addressing them differently, the old things that you would have done in a similar situation in the past are coming up. Like, wow, I remember when once upon a time I would have done this, when this is the more responsible thing to do. And now, and before it was so hard for you, and now it's like coming to you effortlessly. And this is because you are in alignment with the Most High, and that old cycle is closing out. Many of you in the recent past may have experienced some sort of loss, whether that be like financial loss or a relationship. But for those of you who experienced some sort of loss, or you have felt like you just have been struggling for money, like I said, that situation is being transformed. If you experience the loss of a job, there's another offer that is coming that is going to be a lot more fruitful for you. For those of you that this is pertaining to a specifics, to a relationship, oh my God, why do I like stutter so much? To a relationship, that relationship is being transformed. Something that you thought maybe just ended, or like it just didn't move forward, something, there was some sort of a pause, or there's a standstill, that relationship connection, whether that be a romantic love or a business partnership, that's being transformed. There's like, so there are certain people who are like going back and looking at contracts, and those contracts are being like amended is the word that I'm looking for. And I feel like if you felt like you got less than what you deserved in the past, that is going to change. For others of you, this is a new work opportunity, or some sort of, one or two of you, this is not going to be for everybody, but there's something that you're waiting on, like legally, like a legal ruling or something. And I see that ruling turning out in your favor, where you're gonna get what you deserve. You're gonna get your fair share of whatever that is. I see the ruling coming out in your favor, like I said. And for many of you, this could have to do with even property. I do see some of you are actually going to be moving, and this has been something that's been coming up. I'm going to keep saying it because it's been very present. Some of you are feeling called to move, whether that be that you are going to be offered an opportunity in a different place. Like maybe you are waiting to hear from a job, and you've been waiting to hear, and finally you hear, and this opportunity is in another state, in another country. Spirit is saying, follow your intuition because you're going to feel that it is the right move for you. But be mindful of limiting beliefs, right? So like I said, there are things coming up right now where, like, let's say, for instance, I remember the other day I was at home on Friday. I was here and I was reading, and I remember looking up and thinking to myself, having a vision of maybe like 5, 6 years ago on a Friday night, like I would have been looking to do something, go somewhere, and how much that has changed, and how much, I value my peace, my privacy, and my me time. And in that moment, I was just like, wow, I remembered that. I remembered, like, being in a space where I was unable to sit my ass down, basically, right? I always had to be somewhere doing something. And so those things like that, like, wow, it was so challenging back then for me. Had I done things different back then in those choices, I would have been in a very different place today. However, we are where we're supposed to be, right? Ultimately. But I mean, those kinds of reflections. And so that is coming up so that you can be aware, right? This is what I did before. This is what I'm doing now. And it feels so good. It resonates, right? And so that, to tie that in to what I'm saying about limiting beliefs, is that, when you're presented with an opportunity, if in the past, you have sold yourself short, you have talked yourself out of making certain moves or accepting certain offers because you're afraid, because you're comfortable, because you have to step into the unknown. Spirit is allowing you to see that so that you can consciously make a choice according to what is in alignment with you and who you are today. Okay, so be mindful of, when these opportunities come up, don't be quick to like turn things down, because you don't want to turn down an opportunity that is going to change in a positive way the trajectory of your life, because it requires you to move, to do something different, right? So just be aware of, those old patterns of behavior, whether that be patterns of thinking, how you talk to yourself, okay, or just maybe procrastination or things like that. Okay, I do feel like you have to hold on to the momentum to, keep taking action, keep moving forward. Nothing is perfect. It's never going to be perfect, not even when it's meant for you. And keep in mind that when you're on the brink of receiving something major, something big, the enemy is going to test you. The opponent is going to test you. And I'm not referring to the enemy as we refer to it in biblical terms, right? Like Christian terms. I'm referring to the enemy is within, you guys. The opponent is within, okay? Kabbalah teaches that, actually, right? That your opponent is within. That voice that holds you back from doing things because there's fear, that is what you have to overcome. What you're saying to yourself, your own limiting beliefs, that voice in your head that gets in the way, that makes you feel scared, that makes you feel anxious, that makes you feel like you can't, okay? So that is what you have to overcome. And for some of you, I really always encourage this. Hop into meditation, hop into prayer, whatever your form of getting into alignment and really getting that guidance that you need. I do feel like there's gonna, some of you have just been really putting in the work to take care of your finances, right? You're getting honest with yourself about the unhealthy patterns with finances, like your unhealthy your relationship with money, okay? Unhealthy spending, overspending. Temperance tells us we need balance, okay? So really being mindful, need versus want, okay? Getting serious about, your savings, getting serious about, if you're tackling credit. A friend of mine shared something with me last night about the progress that she has made when it comes to her finances. And so Spirit is saying stay on that path, right? If you the small steps, baby steps, slow and steady. You're not gonna tackle everything all at once, but all the little steps that you're taking is what's going to lead you into this change, right? Things change in the little steps that we take to make the improvements. It's our everyday habits, the everyday choices that we make that add up ultimately. And that's how we see the progress. Okay. So yeah, just being real about your relationship with money. For others of you, it's like literally improving the way that you view money. Okay. Because many people, I know, like for me specifically, I grew up having an unhealthy relationship with money. I felt like, because I saw so much poverty and I experienced so much loss, it took me a very long time to feel like I was deserving of those things, right? When it came to like material things and stuff like that. And so understand that money is a frequency, it is an energy. So if you think negatively, like, oh, this can't happen for me, or, you walk around saying, yeah, I can't do that because I'm broke. Like, you'll never hear me say I'm broke, because I'm never broke. Like, broke is a mentality. Okay. And so once you shift your mindset on how you're viewing money and your relationship with money, I feel like things are going to really start to flourish for you. Okay. With the Nine of Pentacles here, yeah, for those of you who are trying to create something, this is a very positive card that says, like, you're going to be able to create the abundance that you want. You're going to be able to attract it. You're going to be successful in what you're doing. But again, with the death card, there's a need to let go, right, of old patterns of behavior and whatever that cycle is. Some of you might be needing to let go of a job, of a certain position or something, while others of you might just, what's holding you back is that you need to go back to school, you need to learn something, you need to get certified in something. Some of you just need a mentor. Okay. When you get to a certain place in your life, financially or in your career, some of you are going to be making money to the point where you're going to have to like hire a financial advisor. I don't know, you're going to have your own accountant, you're going to be making money to that extent. While others of you, if you are already like bringing in that kind of money, and maybe you haven't really taken a look with the Seven of Swords, taking a look at like your plan, your financial plan, there's a need for you to go and hire somebody that you obviously trust, okay, who knows what they're doing. Others of you just need to, and this part right here might be for just like one person, because it's not all of you, but back to contracts. If you have a contract, if there's something that you've signed and you haven't taken a look at it in a while, pertaining to money, you may want to go back and review that contract, because I feel like you might find something that you missed. You might see something that you missed. Or if you're being approached with, here's a contract, sign this, really go hire a lawyer. Like I said, hire a financial advisor to review that document before you lock into that, because I feel like there's something that that's revealed to you that you would have missed if it were just you. You know what I mean? The financial play, like these people know what to look for. Okay. So with the Hierophant, this is learning new things. It might be a new course of study. It might be that, again, you just might need to hire a coach or somebody to help you along in this next in this next phase of your life. Yeah. So let's pull a few more here just to see. Four of Cups. Okay. So yeah, I feel like some of you might be just feeling already like a certain environment or a certain thing is dated. Okay. You do feel disconnected from something. Two more. I don't want this to be long. Yeah. Three of Wands. Something is coming in. You're waiting. There's something that you're waiting on. But also I feel like you're starting to see things in a different way. Like you're seeing life in a different way, and that's because the old you is dead and gone. I've been saying this, right? You're starting to notice things. It's like your life is just, you're experiencing this whole renewal, right? And so you're letting go of, people, and there's certain relationships that are being transformed right now. For some of you, that's going to be that these relationships are like just the bonds are going to be like strengthened, while others, you are, going to separate and go, move away from people naturally, right? It's just going to naturally happen. With the Three of Wands and the Strength card coming out, I feel like Spirit is saying, you have been waiting for a long time for something. You have been feeling like, oh my God, like how long? When am I, clarify that Three of Wands with the Strength card here. Hang on a second. Yeah, the King of Wands came out. Okay, so I feel like some of you might be feeling like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? Like, is it ever going to happen for me? And it is with the King of Wands, right? So there is something coming in for you. Okay. Uh, with the Four of Pentacles, a lot of you might be looking at, your foundation. Fours have been very present, right? So you're looking at your foundation, you're looking at your stability, you're looking at your homes, your spending habits. Like I said, some of you you do need to sit down, you do need to save, you do need to be wise with how you spend, and you need to lock in with yourself. Okay, yes, something is going to come in, but it's going to take time, baby steps. Again, Rome wasn't built in a day. So yeah, I feel like some of you just need to continue to take inspired action and continue to take the necessary steps, like you've been doing, to continue this path that you're on, right? Again, it's not going to happen overnight. So I feel like some of you might be feeling like the anxiety of like seeing the fruits of your labor or getting whatever it is that you want. And Spirit is saying, like, just chill. Like, it's going to happen for you. It's coming in for you. You just need to continue to take the action that you're being inspired to take. Okay. Continue to, work on yourself, right? Work on, whether it's your finances, whether it's learning. This is a time for you to increase your skills. Okay. Make the phone calls that you need to make to connect with people. But don't rush anything, because it's happening for you. It's happening beneath the surface. You might not see it entirely right now, but it is happening. Okay. So yeah, patience is what's required. The Fool says you are going to be presented with an opportunity to make a decision, and it's going to require you to take a risk. Okay. No risk, no reward. Okay. What is it? Scared money don't make no money. So for some of you, that's the case. It's like, yeah, there's a pause right now. Things feel like it's going slow, or like nothing is happening. But that's because when it comes in, it is going to really change your life. Like, you need to be prepared. So Spirit is saying, prepare yourself for what's coming. Educate yourself, learn the things that you need to learn. Even if that means that you need to get wiser on spending habits. I don't know, like go on to YouTube and figure out how to, money management techniques. Some of you are investors, maybe look into better investing or trading or things like that. Like there's some sort of skill that you need to increase, and that is the pause. Spirit is saying this is not, like the delay is not for no reason. The delay is there to give you time to prepare yourself and get your shit together. Okay. Yeah, the Four of Wands, and prepare yourself. Some of you are, literally like need to be prepared to move. Okay. And some of you have maybe been trying to manifest this, right? Trying to manifest a big move. Like, I no longer want to be in this space. And so Spirit is saying, prepare for that. Figure out, make the phone calls if you need to figure out, okay, what would it take for me to live in that place, right? What do I need to do? What, if it's a different country, like how does citizenship work? I don't know. How do visas work? All those steps that require, that you're required to do when you're moving from one place to another. Okay, so this is a time of preparation, is what Spirit is telling me. You guys, I hope that you enjoyed this message. If you did, please leave me a comment below. Let me know if you resonated with it, how. Give me a like. It does help the channel. And hopefully you have already subscribed. I love you all so much. Sending loads of peace, love, and light.